someone sent in a question, and I was thinking about this. Well, it had nothing to do with the answer, but there was one question that I wanted to put on this list, and I completely forgot, and I don't know where it's gone. And it pertains to an interview that Steve Austin and The Undertaker did a few years ago on the WWE Network. And your name gets brought up quite a lot. And this was like a USWA kind of thing.
Yeah.
And did you tell Steve Austin to maybe test The Undertaker one day?
That's an old rib. No, I didn't tell him to test The Undertaker one day. Undertaker tested Stone Cold, was what it was. We were at a little spot show, 150 people there. I'm standing in the corner, and they squared off with each other. And I remember Taker was saying he was going to test. He was going to test Stone Cold or something. So they start rolling around on the mat. All of a sudden, they go from this working match where the people at least were a little cheering a little bit to like a semi-shoot. And the people are looking at each other like, what the hell? And they rolled around on the mat. And finally, I think Undertaker was on top of him or something. And finally I said, okay, Mark, let him up. I said, Mark, what? I said, let him up. You're killing the whole match. And he let him up. And they started working then and went back to the dressing room, and they just laughed about it. And they went on. How was that brought up?
I've just thought of an idea. Why don't we listen to Steve Austin and The Undertaker talk about it for a minute, and then we can react to it.
Okay.
One minute. Okay, and we're back. Sorry, Dutch, that took a million years. Right, let's go.
And then they changed the card, so we're going to be working against each other. So you call me and said, hey, man, we can't ride to the show together because I'm working heel. And I said, all right, man. I said, just watch yourself out there. I said, I'm going to stretch you. And I said, I'll see you there. You remember the story? I'll let you take over.
Well, I don't remember it being that pleasant.
Yeah.
When I heard it, which was probably over a payphone.
I hate phones.
I was like, it was one of those moments like I was like,
oh, no, he didn't.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't say that, you know. So then I called Dutch, or either Dutch was, I think Dutch might have even been staying at my apartment there.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what he just said to me? He said he's going to stretch my ass. He said, what are you going to do about it?
Oh, Dutch.
Right, and that was all it took. Okay, no, this ain't going to go down like that, right? So we got in there. I think I had you locked up some way, and I remember Dutch leaning over going, all right, let him up, you know. And
you had me tied up 6 ways from Sunday and a couple damn different chutes, sugar holes, whatever you want to call them. I'm just laying there like, man, because you weren't hurting me, but you just had me tied up. I couldn't do nothing unless you let me go. And I'm thinking, really? I mean, you know, what is this all about? I thought we were supposed to hit the ropes and stuff. And so I tagged out. The other guy went in, and Dutch looked over him and goes, hey, what'd you do? Did you piss him off? You know, Dutch stirred the pot.
he'd stirring it all up.
And so I'm the idiot on the apron. He goes, hey, when you get back in there, well, when Soul Taker comes in there, pick his big ass up and slam him.
Right, I'm going to pause that there. Is that true that you told Austin to go in there and slam up Godfather?
I may have said that, but because I'm in the ring with Stone Cold, who had maybe been to business 6 months, no more than that. Then you had Undertaker, who was in about 6 months to a year, no more than that. And then Godfather, who had about the same. I'm in there with 3 inexperienced guys. And, you know, it is what I remember that, you know, Steve ribs like that. All right, watch yourself, I'm stretching. But he's kidding. But Mark didn't know him that well and said, wait a minute. And I can see him thinking, did he really say that to me? So when I got him in there, I just wanted to say they had to get in there at some time. And then Mark just tied him up. And I do remember saying, okay, Mark, let him up. Let him up. Now, the last part, I might say, if you got Godfather in there, just pick him up and slam his ass. We had like 100 people there. Oh, my God. But, hey, that's the way it used to be. Nobody got mad. Everybody left the ring. And it was sorted out that, it was a rib from the beginning. But I just wanted to keep my butt out of there. I didn't. Those were they were some big boys in there. So, but I do remember saying, "Let him up, Mark. You're killing the town. Like the town's already dead. Only 200 people, 150 people. So I'm saying we're just having a funeral right now. So." Yes, that is true.
Is it true that you actually also stayed with the Undertaker? Or do you actually live with him in an apartment? How long for?
3 months. I was in the process of moving up there, so, and I stayed with Mark, and it was Mark, and there's another guy in there. There's another guy in there that kept stealing He kept stealing something out of my bag. And I forgot what it was. Like some lotion or something. No, shampoo. That's what it was. So one day, unbeknownst to Frankie Lancaster was the guy's name. I got my shampoo bottle out, but I replaced the shampoo with Nair.
Mm-hmm.
You know what Nair is, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So he was taking a shower one day, and all of a sudden, what the hell? Oh, he's screaming, what? What's in this bottle? I said, what's it say? It says shampoo, but it's not shampoo. Look here. And he was going bald anyway.
You just
and he showed me a handful of hair. Oh, that's my Nair. What are you doing with that? Did you do this? I said, hey, I didn't do nothing, man. I just, because I'm a hairy guy, I put it on sometimes. But guess what? I never had him go in my bag again.
Very quickly, you just said that it was all sorted out by the end of the evening. The best of recollection, I know you don't remember the story that well, but did they get on by the end of the night, or were they looking sideways at each other for a while longer, Undertaker and Steve Austin?
Nah. It was a rib. Well, it wasn't a rib, but it was a rib started on Steve's part, not my part. I didn't even know what he had told him. But I found out later. So, and then they all kind of had a little chuckle about it. We went about our business.
Yeah, the one thing they didn't have a chuckle with, I didn't play this bit of the video, but Godfather Soul Taker got Steve Austin in the back and went, "Don't you ever slam me again unless I call it." He was really upset apparently about it.
Oh, really? He did slam him?
Yeah, he actually got in the ring and slammed Godfather, and then after the match, Godfather was not happy boy about that at all.
Well, that's the way things are worked out. If you don't like something, tell the guy. Don't go in, hey, you MF or blah, blah, and then go to it. Tell him what the issue is, and then straighten it out from there. Steve didn't give a crap anyway.
You would have been in the back going, ooh. I bet you would have been stirring it up.
Yeah, I may stir it up a little bit.